Coach Lane Kiffin was at Rocky Top and got garbage thrown at him, was even hit by a battery. Have you ever experienced anything like that in your coaching career?
No, I haven't, Mark, but let's understand some of the situation about this team. First of all, Lane Kiffin went to the University of Tennessee as head coach. He's going to be the savior. He stayed there 1 year and left for Southern Cal's head coaching job. I think it's also a sign of the times, Mark. As you read the paper all the time, get used to this is the new normal now. When people see rioting and burning and everything, well, I can do whatever I want to do when I want to do it. It's a shame. And I think that the University of Tennessee got fined an exorbitant amount of money, and it was justified. I also have played in the University of Tennessee at Notre Dame as well as South Carolina. We were treated great. The fans were absolutely super. So this is really just something that doesn't normally happen, but with Lane Kiffin, it does bring out real emotions on the part of other people.
Coach Nick Rolovich, the head coach of Washington State, got fired because he wouldn't take the COVID jab. What are your thoughts on this?
I think it's totally unfair to the football players and the university in general. He had won 3 games in a row. When they hired him because they felt he would be there for the long term. They didn't want somebody to come in a couple of years and move on. He felt he was their individual. And he really was doing a nice job. They're coming competitive. But to say, okay, you're fired now because you won't take the vaccine shot, think about the seniors, that this is their hopes and dreams and ambition to go out into a bowl game, etc. And to fire the coach. I'm not saying that you should get the vaccine or should not. That's up to the various states, et cetera. But I will say, why couldn't you just have tested him daily until the end of the year? And in addition to that, Mark, how many assistant coaches have fallen into this same vein at Washington State? I don't know if he's the only one or not, but it is unfair to the football players. There had to be a way around it. Instead of saying, okay, this is it, no other way, let's always look for a possible solution to the problem we have.
Coach Ed Orgeron is still the head coach of LSU, but only until the end of this season. What are your thoughts on this? How's this going to help them recruit?
Well, 2 years ago, he wins the national championship, and now they want to replace him. I know Ed Orgeron pretty well. He's a wonderful individual, really cares about the players, and he did win a national championship. But what happens, Mark? You learn how to win, then you have to learn how to handle winning. And what happens after 2 years or success I had, assistant coaches leave. Several of them went into the pros. Many of the athletes left early to go into the pros, etc. And then it's hurt recruiting. There's no doubt that whoever they hire is going to have a difficult situation because LSU has the Nick Saban stigma, so to speak. In other words, Nick Saban won the national championship at LSU and then went to Miami and then ended up at the University of Alabama. And he's having great success. So why can't we have that much success? So they'll never be happy till they win the national championship every year, like Alabama has a tendency to do now.